What's up, guys? Nolan here. Escape from Tarkov has now changed forever. BSG's new addition to the game has no wipes. This is PvE co-op persistence. You will not lose your progression. Any of you guys that are looking for this, it's the best day of your lives. It's the best day of your Tarkov lives, I'll put it that way. There are no more wipes. Those of you that don't want wipes, that don't like PvP, that don't like cheaters, the game has been done. The game is now finished for you. You can play freely. This is exactly what you've been looking for. It's here. On the other hand, for everybody else, this edition is like a no-brainer. Like, everybody is going to want to buy this. You're going to get level 3 skills. You're going to get increased stash. You're going to get way better gear at the start. There's a lot of things that make this easily the best edition in the game. Hands down. There is no question about it. On top of, you get this version of the game where it doesn't wipe and it's persistent and all that stuff. So that is a thing. On top of that, the patch notes for today's patch, which is going to go live in probably about 4.5 hours by the time this video goes live, is they switched the in-game season to late spring. They reduced the base inertia strength, which means less inertia, reduced the aim punch effect, reduced the blur effect when taking damage, reduced the camera shake effect while shooting. All stuff that the community has been asking for to just, kind of make the game a bit, I don't know if easier is the right word, but you all know what that means. He's just kind of makes it a bit more enjoyable, really, instead of the grittiness that, that's been come to know for Tarkov for a lot of this randomness stuff that's going on with combat and things like that. I don't exactly know how to put a word to it, but you get that. You get those changes. This is something that we'd all like to see, basically. So the body hitbox pen has been reworked, as well as the armor pen has been reworked. A lot of that is going to be skepticism from me on whether this actually works, whether it causes more problems, whether it makes the game better, whether it makes the game worse. There is a lot of information here in terms of if a bullet hits a limb and then goes through that limb into another limb or piece of the body, that affects how much damage that then does. That is intended. That is a piece of this update. They changed the hitbox sizes. They changed a bunch of stuff here. All of that information is up on the screen. I'll put it up on the screen. But it's really just like, what do we as players really get from this in terms of like what bullets should we use? What gun should I be using? Where on the body should I be focusing to hit when I'm using those bullets? That's kind of like what we really care about. And we're not going to be able to see that until we get into the game. So I'm not going to be testing the ballistics. I'm sure Airwing will. I'm sure Gigabeef will. Maybe there's some other people that'll test the ballistics and stuff like that. So we'll see what they end up doing. I'm not going to be doing that. I'll post on Twitter, and whenever those guys post, we'll be able to see what's going on with that stuff. I imagine what's going to happen is the rounds with the higher pen is still going to be the play, and you just aim for the head. That's what I'm going to do. We'll see what ends up happening with these changes. However, what might end up happening is those leg meta shots and those torso shots are going to become quite interesting, especially if you hit an arm into the torso and the damage value of the bullet, which we can now see in game, at a limb. Like, what's the deal with leg meta after this? What's the deal with blunt damage after this changes? We're gonna have to see some gameplay. We're gonna have to see some proper testing to see what this actually does. For right now, we just know there's some pretty significant changes going on, from damage that you receive to your body without armor and damage that you receive to the armor and then to your body. It's both. They've reworked both. So quite significant there. And then again, with the list of changes, some stuff that we've been asking for a little while there. Now, the Unheard Edition. I don't know if this becomes available today. We're going to find out. I don't know what the price is. The site is still under maintenance when I'm checking at the recording of this video. And I've already asked Nikita a couple of questions, one of which he's answered. And that first question was, do the bonuses that you buy through the Unheard Edition only count for this PvE co-op mode, or does it count for the base game as well with the online mode? And he said, yes, of course it does, for the online mode. So all of this, your increased stash size, your increased starting level of character skills, which apparently, according to the trailer here, is going to be level 3. You get level 3 stats for everything. Expanded PMC pockets, we'll see how expanded. Additional equipment and resources. Looks like we're getting a SCAR. Looks like you're getting an SR2M. Looks like we're getting a Dragunov or SVD, as well as an ammo case, a weapons case, a bunch of ammunition. There's this Helix communicator, which is under the words Mark of the Unheard, and I don't know what that is. So radios are supposed to be coming to the game. I'm assuming that this is going to be linked to that in some way, but I don't know what's going on with that. in particular. The armband, the whole, you guys will see the trail in the background here. The whole shtick here is cult. The armband is the cultist symbol, and it is that cult it is that cult armband that we saw as a work in progress years ago, which is a bit interesting. As I'm looking through here, your pockets become a 1x1 followed by 2 1x2s and then another 1x1. It's basically a scav vest, but your pockets. You also gained increased standing with fence, more slots on the flea market, increased in-game mail retention time, so I guess it sticks around longer, instant access to the ETS, and a unique nickname, color, and icon. This is a no-brainer. If you are a fan of the game, this is a no-brainer. We will see what this ends up costing. I can imagine that they end up charging an extra $40, of which on top of the $140 means that this could end up being $180 to $200. I could see them doing that. I could definitely see them doing that. We will find out. We'll see. There is a ton of stuff included in this edition of the game. Some fans of the game, there is this actually pretty significant portion of the community, have been waiting for this since day one. They've always wanted this, the ability to not lose their progression, the ability to not worry about cheaters, the ability to not worry about other players, and the ability to just play the game and not lose their progression. That is huge. That is something that is really good. That's something that is good to have for people that want to be able to play this game. So that is my initial take. That is what this is. That is what's being provided to us. And if the goal was to make more money, which it definitely seems like it was, this is for sure an easy way to do that. Some people are already saying pay to win. As we all know with Escape from Tarkov, it doesn't matter what gear you have. What matters is making it alive out of the raid. Those skill levels are going to make the hideout much easier. They're going to make some of the tasks much easier. That's for sure. The extra stash space is going to allow you to hold more stuff. That's for sure. The starting equipment, which as I'm looking at it, we don't know what this helix thing is. There's some other thing that looks like an eyeball for the cult. There's something else going on there. I think there's some other thing that might be interesting that we might want to take a look at for the cult. I'll check it out later today when the version goes live. What I'm assuming will go live. We'll see what's going on with that. And those pockets are going to be, I mean, does anybody still do pistol and hatchet runs still? If you do, you can bring some more stuff with in your pockets. Get a couple 1x2s. You get to bring a couple of magazines with you. I got to be honest, this isn't the end of the world. It's including something that a lot of people really want, which is no more wipes. We now have a massive split to the community, which I think is really what I'm worried about here. A lot of people that want to go this route are going to say like, oh, this is scummy and stuff like that. They're trying to make money, and this is definitely one way to make money. That's my honest opinion. I don't see this going too crazy. This isn't going to, the same reasons that the Gamma is not pay to win over the Alpha is the same reason the extra stash base, those pockets, that gear, and the skill level 3 stuff is it's not pay to win. That is my opinion. That's been my opinion this entire time. The access to the ETS included in that it's definitely weird. And what I will say is we are now on the precipice of being on that extremely slippery slope of getting out of control with microtransactions. We are right on the edge because I don't know who would be a fan of this game and not want this edition of the game. It seems quite obvious that you would want this edition of the game. You are missing out on a significant game mode, which includes a cheater-free experience. No, there won't be PvP, but still, no cheaters, and all of the benefits that we've already discussed. And who knows what this Helix thing does? Who knows what this other thing that I can see? It looks like some kind of like, I don't know. It looks like I don't know. There's an eyeball on it. It looks like it's associated with the cult. It's almost like a rod of some kind. I don't know. It's something, I think there's an eyeball on it. There's definitely some stuff going on here with this edition of the game with the cult and stuff like that. That's what we got for now, guys. I'll put the trailer up. As of the recording of this video, we are still under maintenance. We still don't know. Oh, just a moment. Still under maintenance. We don't know what the cost of this new edition is. I will add it and I will be tweeting about it, and you will absolutely be hearing every single person that has ever talked about Escape from Tarkov ever in their lives on the internet talk about this for the foreseeable future. So be prepared for that. Us Tarkov people, we like our drama. So let's get that hamster wheel running again, huh? Let me know what you guys think. To support what I do, come by a stream, link below. Check out my other channels for other games right here, like Star Citizen and Broken Arrow. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.